They have a reality show?
Yes.
What's it on?
It was on Lifetime.
What
They had,
what
they, had they did the Life After Lockup. Well, first it was Prison Confessions. Then they did Life After Lockup. That was the when she got out of jail.
I think it might be on Prime or
Well, yeah, they're streaming it too, but it's Lifetime that's filming it.
Right, but that's what I mean. What
Oh,
streaming thing is it on? I wonder.
I have a Fire Stick, so I just look it up and watch it. So
it's
I'm not
on
sure.
either Prime or Netflix. I
It's not. I
want to
don't
say
think it's
it's
on Netflix.
Prime.
I don't have Netflix. What's it called? Something.
Well, the first one was Prison Confessions, and then Lifetime has the Life After Lockup show, and
Right,
usually
I know the Life After Lockup.
usually it's only one episode, but for Gypsy they made a whole like eight episode season thing.
Really?
Yeah, they did like 8 episodes, and that was
And
like season
it
two.
was actually called Life After Lockup?
Life After Lockup, Gypsy Rose or whatever.
Yep.
Oh,
And
okay.
now they're doing Life After Lockup season 2, but according to Gypsy and her group, it's actually season 3 because Prison Confessions was the first. They count things different.
Yeah.
They can't even freaking tell the truth about that.
So what, you don't think she was pregnant?
I don't think so. I don't.
Where did the baby come from?
I think it's either a surrogate, or they borrowed the baby for the picture. And there's a lot of things that make me think that.
Really?
One was the belly.
Did she ever have
The belly would disappear and reappear. So it's almost
Really?
like she was wearing a prosthesis. Yeah. Oh yeah. Some pictures she's freaking as big as a house, and then the next day she's got nothing, and then the day after that she's not as big as she was before. So and she's like, "Oh well, the baby turns and my belly gets smaller and bigger." That's not how that works.
No.
You know, when you're developing a baby, you get like a womb and you have this hard shell basically.
Right. Yeah, it doesn't get smaller one day and bigger the next day,
The
for
baby ends up
sure.
having like its own house in there where it can move around.
Absolutely.
Because if it was like just full of fluid and mush, the baby would end up killing itself and strangling itself.
Right. Right.
So you end up with like this hard womb, this hard shell.
Fucking Grease, who are you saying please to, Grease? Get the fuck out of here, you dork. I'm
But
Obajawami from, yeah, right here, buddy. Here, let's you give you a
but
little walk. Get the
the
fuck out of here, Grease.
the belly thing, the ever changing belly. Um,
Oh, I block Grease too. Thanks, creative kid. Good. The belly thing, what?
the the disappearing, ever changing belly. She could cross her legs up to like 2 weeks ago. She had the baby on the 28th, and she's crossing her legs and walking around, and she was like pretending to hold this belly that's not there. I mean, it was such an act. Okay, so there's that.
He
There's
just
the
had the baby December 28th.
December 28th. She said she had it. Yep. And look at her. She's on TikTok, and she's in no pain. She's wearing tight clothing, and she's posing for pictures like she's a model again.
Does she have her own TikTok?
She's got her own TikTok. She had her own YouTube, but she deleted it. She's got 9.7 million followers. She had 9.8.
Wait. Is she still on TikTok or no?
Oh yeah, she's still
Let's
on
get her.
TikTok.
Let's get her up on your live, Rose.
Fuck, I don't want that.
I bet we can get her up on your live.
I don't want
But
that
like,
skanky.
she got her TikTok hacked right at the same time she's giving birth. All right,
What?
quote unquote. Yeah, some guy in Turkey. This is the consequences. What do you want to call it? The astronomical consequence, or my mind's fucked up. The coincidence, the astronomical coincidence that she's giving birth in the hospital, and some guy in Turkey decides to hack her Facebook.
Right.
And
What?
the way he hacked it was because he sent her an email saying, if you want to get your blue badge, or no, not TikTok, Instagram. Her Instagram. No, it was TikTok that got hacked. I don't even fucking know. If you want to get your blue badge, click on this link and answer these questions. And by answering those questions, he took over her account.
Is this true or she's making this up?
I think she's making it up.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
anyway, this is going on, and she's supposedly clicking links. Argued with the guy, argued with him online, messaged him back and forth about getting her account back because he wanted $400 or whatever. She's supposedly in the hospital giving birth, and she's online messaging a fucking hacker.
What?
Right. So that's another thing that makes me wonder about that whole deal. Yeah. And she got released on the 28th too, by the way. That's another thing that makes me wonder. She got released from jail on the 28th of December. She has she has her kid exactly a year later.
1 year later.
The same day she got released from the hospital, she had her baby, supposedly.
She got released from prison, you mean?
A year before she got released from prison on the 28th.
Right. That's crazy.
December 28th, 2023, she got released. December 28th, 2024, she had her baby.
Wow.
Supposedly.
Thank you, Spicy Tea. Appreciate you. Thank you.
That's
So-
crazy. Spicy T's birthday's on the 28th of December, too.
I'm sorry.
That sounds like you said sorry.
Maybe if we're lucky, she'll go back to
I'm
jail
so
on December
sorry.
28th.
He really hates that bitch.
Maybe if we're lucky, she'll go back to jail on December 28th, 2025, and then you can celebrate your birthday again.
Oh my gosh.
But like I said, there's so many things about it.
I
And,
know,
like,
now you got my brain like going crazy. Like now I want to go fucking look up shit on Gypsy Rose and see, because I haven't been keeping up with her.
Oh, it's
Like,
a rabbit hole. It's a rabbit hole.
it
Stick
sounds
with
like a
Nikki
rabbit.
tonight. Just stick with Nikki.
I'm on the GRB Reddit, the GRB Snark,
Yeah.
and you should see some of the stuff that they know about her.
Right.
They go back and
GRB
forth.
Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
What's that?
Is that Gypsy Rose Blanchard? Is that GRB?
DRB, yeah.
Yeah. yeah.
I don't
GRB Snark.
understand Reddit or Snark. How do you?
A Snark page is so almost like we hate her. We're gonna get together and we're gonna talk about everything we know.
Is it
Snark
like
page.
true stuff though, or made up?
99% of it is true. Some of it's made up or sensationalized. So you gotta feed through it. But what happens? Everybody discusses it and everybody talks it out and decides.
Holy
to make your own
fuck,
decision.
dude! What the hell is there? Goddamn payment of fucking
What the fuck?
You got
Bro,
paused
you're
right in the
right.
middle.
dude.
You must
It
be
must be
saying-
like it must be 6 o'clock on the dot. Oh no,
5:30.
5:30. Holy shit! All these charges just came out of my bank. One was for $4.
I
Yep,
was
she's
like,
gone
what
again.
the fuck, Rose?
Every time you say something important, you go pause.
Oh, because I flip it up. I said I just go my bank
Right,
just came
Carrie?
through.
Right?
Fucking
She slept for
$445.
11 days.
But yeah, if you start looking things up and start investigating your own, you're going to be flipped upside down. You won't know up from down, left from right, because everything this woman says is
Right.
garbage.
If that's what it sounds like she's full. Like it's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, and then her book is full of. She'll say A about a topic, and then in the next interview she'll say B about the same topic. She'll literally contradict her own lie.
Really?
And then the third interview she'll contradict the other
We're
two.
still here, Terry. Go ahead.
There's a story about her attacking her mother with a pew pew. All right, she thought it was a real one, and she shot it off so many times, and then she realized, oh, what did I do? What did I do? And then she realized it was a BB gun.
I was gonna say, did it
Carrie,
get
good morning. Good morning.
And then later
Good
on,
morning.
she's like, I knew it was a BB. And then she'll turn around again and say, I knew what I was doing, and I just pop her full
Did
lead.
she really attack her mom with a BB gun?
Oh yeah.
Pew pew.
Yeah, yeah, and here's the thing. She admits to trying to do it one time. That's the BB pew pew.
Uh-huh.
All right. So publicly, she admits to attempting it one time. Nick said she did it twice before him, and he won't elaborate on it. But she only admits to doing it once. So Nick knows stuff that he's not telling us.
Nick is the one who did
Nick is the one she got to do it. Yep.
Yeah, he has something like wrong, doesn't he?
He's got autism,
That's what I thought. He was
yeah.
autism. I wasn't 100% sure or not.
But
That's
it
fucked
took
up.
it took her 2.5 years to convince him to do it. All right, now, and if you hear her tell it, he wanted to do it. It was his
Right.
idea. But no, if you look at the text messages they had back and forth, she frickin' berated him and she beat on him for 2.5 years to get him to do this. He's like,
Wow.
why don't we run away? Why don't we do this? Why don't we do that? She's like, no, it's got to be this way. You know, and then whenever they got too specific, she would go to Facebook or they'd
Thanks,
call.
dearie.
So
Oh,
they were
I thought Asperger's wasn't a thing anymore. They
it's
got
not.
rid of Asperger's and it's
It's
all autism now.
yeah, exactly. Asperger's got pulled into it, but yeah, he's got
Right.
Asperger's. He's high functioning.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
Autism is funny stuff anyway.
Right.
It affects, the human body is different. Everyone's is different. So you can have autism and they have the spectrum.
Right. The spectrum is so
Yeah.
like wide, isn't it?
It affects everybody different.
Right.
It's the same thing. Like one person can have cancer and die within a month, and another person can have it and never pass away from it.
Right. Yeah,
It's
that's
the same
true.
cancer because your body is different. You have different antibodies, different exposures. There's so
Yeah.
many different factors in everything that you can't say. There's no clear cut. This is the symptoms, and this is how it's going to be.
Right.
Some of them have a hard time telling right from wrong. Some of them don't really pick up on social cues.
Right.
Uh,
Right.
but he knew right from wrong. He did not want to do this.
Oh,
And there's
really?
evidence. There's evidence after the fact that he was crying uncontrollably, and Gypsy was controlling him by sex,
Right. Right.
getting him
Right.
to stop
Right.
crying by sex. And that if
Wow.
you listen to the interrogation of his stepfather, he's like they were going at it like rabbits. Well, because he was inconsolable, and the only way she could get him to
Didn't
stop
they have
crying.
sex like after the murder?
Oh, direct, right in the same room, or not the same room, but the
The,
same
the,
house.
the same
They
house in her
they they,
bedroom.
they went into Gypsy's room and did it. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, that's what I
but
thought.
also,
Yeah, because I watched it. I watched a thing on that on
but here's the thing.
with
Here's the thing.
that whole thing.
Here's the thing. First, it was consensual. Then she said he raped her, or raped her. I'm sorry. And then it was consensual again. And now we're back to he assaulted her.
She's
All right. And the
saying
thing.
now that he assaulted her again.
Yep.
She's full of shit. He didn't. I
Then,
don't
then the same
believe
thing
that.
is like the first time they did it was at the theater.
Mm-hmm.
But then later on, she changed it to like, well, he couldn't get it up because of my diaper. It turned him off, and he couldn't get you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they didn't, but they decided they were going to tell everybody they did it. That they did.
Why did she have a diaper on at the theater?
I don't think she did, but I think that she wants her mother, or she wants her mother to be the bad guy, and she wants to put this. I don't. Have you seen the interrogation of Gypsy Rose versus the interrogation of Nick? Have you actually seen the videos?
Yes.
Okay, watch how she acts. First, she won't admit to nothing.
Right.
Then she blames Nick. He's got an anger problem. Blah blah blah. Then well, first she doesn't know nothing. Then she might have killed herself, and then she blames Nick. She never blames herself. She never says that mom abused me. She said mom didn't want me to grow up.
Right.
All right. She never, not ever did she say medical malpractice or mom pretends I'm sick.
Right.
Nothing.
Right.
And then at the very end, when the guy says you're lying, it's it. We know you're done. You're going to jail, and he shuts that door. Then she stands up and she's like, I need a lawyer. I'm sick. I need my medications.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I did watch the interrogations. Yeah, I do. I did watch those.
So Munchausen by proxy, medical malpractice, or mom's abusing me, making me sick, or pretending I'm sick.
Right.
None of that came up until the lawyers said it.
Right.
All right.
But
And
you
what
don't
happened?
think that you don't think the mom had that? I mean,
No. No, the mother was never diagnosed with it, but Gypsy was born sick. She's got that microdeletion. All right. Do you remember American Horror Story?
yes.
You remember the Circus Freaks episodes?
No, I never really watched it, but
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, I
Well,
know what it is. I didn't really watch it though.
do you know what a pinhead's called, or what a pinhead is?
Mm-mm.
If you have microcephaly, most of the time you have a smaller head or a weird shaped head
Okay.
because the lack of that chromosome causes malformations and health issues.
Okay.
Gypsy has one. She has a microdeletion.
Oh.
Okay, and the the version or the type of microdeletions she has symptoms associated with it, and those symptoms are muscle weakness, anger problems, hypersexuality, lying problems, compulsive lying.
Oh wow.
The eye thing that she's got, the messed up eyes.
Yeah.
Basically, oh, you have troubles digesting, trouble with saliva.
But why did her
Um,
mom keep her in like a wheelchair and shit when she could really walk?
well, here's what I think happened. Okay, Gypsy is an actress. She's a little spoiled brat. Mama gave her everything she could. Everything Dee Dee did was to give Gypsy a better life and to give Gypsy the things that she needed and wanted, so she'd never have to need for
Like the
anything.
trips to Disneyland and
The
this and
trips to
that and the
Disney,
other.
the house,
Yeah.
car, all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Right.
So what I think happened is she had all these medical issues, and Dee Dee didn't know what they were, but she knew something was wrong with her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and Gypsy would run around and get tired and say, "Oh, my legs hurt. Oh, I can't walk. Oh, this, oh, that." So the doctor's visit started from that, along with the eye problems, along with the cross-eyed.
Oh.
And it just kept on. And then Dee Dee was a liar herself. All right, and she was spoiled rotten.
Right.
I think maybe she exaggerated to the public to get sympathy, to get charity, and
Right.
that came up in Gypsy's testimony. She said,
Oh.
Mom lied to everybody to get charity, to get sympathy. So I think the chair was, hey, here's an obvious sign that Gypsy has problems. She's in a
Right.
wheelchair. But
Right.
also Gypsy has, I don't want to walk syndrome. I'm tired. My legs hurt.
Right. Right.
And
Right. Right.
they may have legitimately hurt because that microdeletion can cause leg numbness and leg
Right.
weakness.
Right. And
And
if she wasn't walking much, you would have your muscles would be.
exactly.
You
And
know what I mean?
if you notice on some of her lives, she'll say, I'm getting, when she's pregnant, she says it's a symptom of pregnancy. My legs go numb and sometimes I can't feel them and they get weak. Well, that's the same thing that puts you in a wheelchair back when you were 8 years old. That's not a symptom of being
Wait,
pregnant.
she goes live on TikTok?
She hasn't in a long time.
Oh.
She used to go live every Friday.
Oh,
Um,
really?
oh yeah, every Friday. Sometimes even during the week, but every Friday she would go on.
Would she have a bunch of people in her
Oh
lives?
yeah, she was making $6,000 a night from
Wow.
the gifting. Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
Um, but so and if you look at the medical records, all right, Fancy had them and they got leaked, and I can't stand Fancy either. She's another Katie Joy.
I never heard of Fancy until tonight. I don't know if it was you or Nikki mentioned her earlier. Like
Probably
way, like out 5 out 6 hours ago.
yeah, probably me and Nikki.
Yeah.
She's another Katie Joy.
Okay. Is she
But
on
anyway,
TikTok?
she's on TikTok and YouTube.
I
Yeah.
mean, on YouTube. I meant to ask. Okay, go ahead. What were you going to say about Fancy?
Fancy had the medical records. Gypsy and Christy gave them to Fancy because she lied to them and said that she was a true crime person, and she was going to write them a book, and she was going to get them a show, and she was going to do all this stuff for them. Basically, she was going to be their PR person.
This Fancy said this?
Miss Fancy, yeah, Fancy Maselli is what she goes by.
Oh my god! And so
Um,
she has Gypsy Rose's medical records.
oh yeah, she's got more than that too, but she's got the medical records.
Oh my gosh! Shuni just said they have a fifth fire now in Hollywood Hills.
Oh
Oh my
no,
gosh! I'm so sorry,
that,
Shuni.
that thing's going to burn to
I'm
the.
so scared for everyone there.
Are you safe, Shuni? Are you in a safe area?
I don't think so.
My friends had to evacuate from. My one friend lived right on Hollywood Boulevard when they shut it down. They had it blocked off.
I can't believe this. Oh, you are safe. Good, Shuni. I'm so glad you're safe.
I'm glad to hear that. Yeah.
I said, but I'm so scared for everyone else that's not safe. That is so scary.
There's so many things going on there that freaking pisses me off. They're running out of water in the fire hydrants because the freaking mayor or the governor cut funding and didn't freaking fill the reservoirs. So they don't even have the freaking tools they need to help control this fire because of money, because of freaking budget cuts. And they had her on there, and the guy was calling her out on it, and she didn't say a word. She didn't say a freaking word. She pretended like he wasn't even there, and it pisses me right the frick off.
Oh my God.
They don't have the tools they need because she cut their freaking funding, and she didn't give them water.
Where do they get their water from? Nevada, from Nevada, or
They get it from the Colorado River, from the dam.
right from the dam.
Yeah, the one that was at drought level for a long time, but now it's filled back up again.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
but it costs money to get that water in there.
right. Sure, of course.
And
And she cut them funding, so now they don't have the water supply.
they don't have enough water to freaking. They keep running out of water because they're trying to fill the reservoirs up now because they didn't do it when they were supposed to.
Oh,
Yeah, it's freaking ridiculous. It's horrible. I mean,
why
it's
don't
bad
they
enough.
use seawater?
That I don't know. I thought about that myself, but maybe they don't have enough pumps or they're too far away from the. It's the whole Southern California. Palisades is up in the hills, so I don't know if you could pump the water up that far and get hoses that far.
You mean
out
like
there.
from the ocean? Is that
From
what
the
she
ocean,
means
yeah.
by seawater?
Yeah, that's what she means by seawater.
Dumping it from the sky. We haven't had any rain,
No,
right,
they are.
Judy? Yeah, that's the
They
problem.
are
There
doing
hasn't
that.
been any
They are
rain or
doing that.
anything.
But, sorry. They are dumping water from the sky, but they also have fire hoses and try to get the houses out and stuff. You can't dump a ton of water on top of a house. You got to go in the woods and stuff.
You do that? Yeah. You mean like from the? You mean when like the What is it? Helicopters that go up and drop it from the sky? Or
Helicopters and planes but I
planes and
think
stuff? Yeah. Is that what you mean, Sassy? They
they
do that in California. I know.
California they're using helicopters but you can only do it in a wooded area. You can't dump it on a house or whatever.
Right, right. They dump it. Do that in the wooded areas that are on fire in planes. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but they
scary.
have these like water elevators. They attach it to a helicopter. It's got like a suction. And
Right,
it fills up this big bladder, and then they lift it up and they run off and they open it and drop it, and that's a lot of water pressure, a lot of weight coming down at once.
right,
You can't do that on a house or on people and stuff.
right. Sure, right.
But they're the spray planes. I don't know if they got anything like that down there. I think they're just doing water drops.
Yeah, I've never heard of a spray paint. My animals are all like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Hold on one second. I mean, I can hear you guys. I just want to check on my animals.
They're digging fire ditches and everything, to slow it down and cutting down vegetation and everything to control it. When they talk about a fire being in control, they've got it surrounded on all four edges, and so it can't pass a barrier. But those embers can still kind of jump over the barrier, and you're done anyway. But
Oh my god.
I agree with you. But if there's people there, you're going to wash them out and kill them, unalive them. I'm sorry. But as far as the spray thing, I've never heard of that. That'd be,
Yeah, I never heard of that either.
if they had the budget for something like that, that would be an amazing thing to have.
You would think the United States, like with this, that they would come up with a fucking budget.
I don't know, man. Democracy is great and everything. We're a democratic republic. It's great and everything, but sometimes we get in our own way. In California, especially, California does the popular vote. They don't even have like the representative part of it. Everything has to be done. Everybody's got to vote, go to the polls, the whole population. So to get
I know
anything
they're way different, huh?
to get anything passed is like pulling teeth. It's same thing with budgets and sometimes we get our own way. These other forms of government are streamlined, and sometimes it works to everybody's effect, and sometimes it does hurt. But
Right,
When it comes
right,
to putting out a fire, you know, they can do it because everybody's basically a slave to the government.
right,
Put a fire out, do it, make it so. You know, in
right,
America,
right.
people are like, I want to get paid to do that shit. It's
Yeah.
dangerous. It's dangerous, and I want more pay, and I want health care, and I want this, and I want that.
Oh, absolutely. That's
Gina, is that
crazy.
true? They wouldn't cut down the trees?
If what?
That's like a common freaking technique for a forest fire to cut down the brush and dig. They dig like trenches to stop the fire. They bought
Are they not doing that?
They brought them in from Canada, Shuni.
Hold on. They brought two Canadian air tankers to help fight the fires. Our firefighters are on their way. Oh, the Australian firefighters are on their way over as well.
Wow.
That's what I mean. That's what I can't believe that. That and what like that makes sense to me that other countries would come and help if there's fires like that. I think Trump wanted to do that before, but California won't allow it.
Of course, because it was Trump's idea.
Exactly. I mean, you can't
For,
do
for,
it.
for all for all the hating of Trump and all whatever, the one sidedness has got to stop. The party line crap has got to stop.
Right.
He won. Give him his 4 years.
Yep.
Let him go. This blaming everybody.
California is the worst too. They Hollywood with Trump.
Yeah, it's horrible. Shuni, I've seen.
I cannot. I haven't seen it.
I've seen video from people that are there on the ground, TikTokers and friends of mine, and I've seen some aerial stuff. But I know being there in the heart of it it's
I
got to be
have
a
not
war
even
zone.
seen any TikToks about it. Nothing, Shuni. I cannot fucking imagine.
It looks like a ball of fire. These huge fires just look like a ball. You can see them from space. That's how big they are.
Wow. I can't
And
believe there's five of them.
as they burn through, they leave nothing. Nothing. The buildings are
Nothing.
gone. The trees are gone. Sometimes they've melted the road down to nothing, and all you see is gravel.
Wow.
Yeah, and she's right. The smoke alone is
Yeah,
horrible.
exactly. That's what I just saw that smoke alone is. You have the smoke, Shuni, right? I'm sure you have the smoke. That's scary.
That's what my friend said earlier. She's right there on Hollywood Boulevard. Well, she was, and I called her because I was concerned. And she's like, "Oh, we got smoke. We're staying inside. We got our doors closed and windows closed." And a couple hours later, I heard that
They're evacuated. She got evacuated.
she got evacuated a couple hours later because I saw that they'd blocked off her street on the news. So I called her
Wow.
up again. She's like, "Oh yeah, we left already." I'm like, "Oh, you were supposed to tell me."
Oh my gosh! Did their house or apartment burn down?
No, it was safety. They said you evacuate because it could come through here. The
Right,
wind the
but it
wind actually
hasn't.
changed. Last I knew, the wind actually changed and saved Hollywood Boulevard.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
Different
Yeah,
direction.
that's right. You did say that, or someone said that. I think it was you.
Yeah, so yeah, but it could change again. I don't know. But these
Oh.
fires are huge. I mean, the one in the Palisades is like 3,000, 4,000 acres.
Oh my
Yeah, acres,
gosh!
acres. They're huge.
Isn't the Palisades where all the rich people live?
That's the hoity-toity, the high ups,
Yeah.
the Hollywood elite.
Yes, like Ellen DeGeneres and all those people.
Yeah, homes that cost millions, tens of millions of dollars.
Right,
Yeah.
right. It was starting to get smoky around where I live around 60. Oh my God, Shuni. How long have these fires been going on?
I want to say since yesterday.
I was gonna say because I have not, but I've been sick, so I haven't watched it. Like I said, I've been watching stupid Two Broke Girl reruns when I could have been watching all this interesting stuff. But
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
heard.
even hear about these fires until today. So they just started yesterday.
Oh, Tassie, I'm sorry.
Lost his house too.
But we had floods here. 2006.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tassie.
We had floods here 2006, and one guy he's like he calls up the neighbor. He goes, "My house just washed away. What can I help you with?" And the guy's like, "You just
Wow.
lost everything." He's like, "Yeah, but I can deal with that tomorrow. What do you need help with?" Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
Things like this do bring people together,
Right, right.
but at the same time, the devastation is just ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. I can't even imagine the devastation, or like the
That,
devastation of like the hurricanes or like
yeah,
tornadoes and shit like that that go. I mean,
but the videos and the pictures I've seen,
are
there's
they bad?
nothing left. Nothing left, and it's all gray and covered in
God.
soot.
And it was that quick from yesterday. It's just gone.
Yeah, and the first I heard of it was probably around 3 o'clock in the afternoon my time, so probably noon their time.
Uh huh.
A friend of
Yesterday.
mine, yeah, yesterday, a friend of mine had he had to go to court to fight Scientology because they had a court case against him. He won, but when he got out of the court,
Mhm.
they drove up the Palisades to check out the fire, and then it was just a small fire. I mean, it was big, but it was nothing
Right.
compared to what it is now. It was only like a few hundred acres. Now it's thousands.
Junie said houses right on the ocean have burned to nothing.
Yeah, nothing. Literally nothing. I mean, there's a house there today, and it's just ash there tomorrow, and it literally burns the road to nothing too. The
Right.
concrete, the
Like I can
asphalt,
imagine.
it leaves nothing.
Ah, man. And there's
I've
people,
seen,
there's on TikTok, there's people actually have videos and stuff up.
yeah, oh yeah, on Instagram too. But I've seen bomb zones, war zones that looked better than what's left after these fires.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, the winds, they can't control the fires. That's so scary. Oh my God.
It's amazing that it's going to take them years to recover from this. Years.
I can only imagine. Wow. So you just, a fire comes by and just takes your whole house, everything, burns it to the ground, nothing left.
Nothing left.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. Maybe if you're lucky, a little bit of the foundation, maybe a concrete wall is still kind of standing. But
That's crazy. That's so scary and sad.
the last report I heard said there was thousands of buildings destroyed, gone from this.
Oh my gosh. That's so scary.
Well,
Shani,
luckily,
I'm so sorry.
I was just gonna say that. Luckily, only 5 deaths so far. I mean, that's amazing.
Right. Yeah, that is amazing. I know someone who drove out of a fire and a car tires melted and they were driving on the rims.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Oh my
People
God,
people
Tassie.
abandoned their cars because they couldn't get out fast enough. The traffic
Really?
jams.
They just started running.
They just said screw it and they left their car and ran.
I don't blame them. I would have too. Fuck that. Yeah, Tassie, that's crazy. Holy Christ.
Well, you got to think it's not just the fire that's going to get you. The chemicals in that smoke
Sure,
and,
absolutely.
and the smoke itself. You could die of suffocation.
Absolutely.
That hot smoke can also melt your lungs. You can
Right.
breathe it in and melt your lungs, and that's it.
Right. Right. Yeah, that's fucking crazy, man. That's so, oh my gosh, I cannot imagine.
I know they say most people that die in house fires die before they get burned. They die
Right. Right. They from the, is it from the smoke?
from the smoke, the chemicals in it, and the
Yeah.
smoke itself. Yeah,
You die from smoke inhalation before. Yeah.
it'll actually like the smoke will actually get you to start feeling like woozy and drunkish,
Yeah.
and then it's taking the oxygen away from your brain, and then you
Well, it's
pass out. You pass out and
better.
die before you even get burned.
Well, that's good because who would ever want to get burned alive, you know?
Well, see, when we were kids, they told us to get low.
Right.
That's like the worst thing you can do because that's where all the chemicals are.
Right. Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
you get low and you suffocate.
Oh, wow.
The best
Yeah.
thing to do is get like a wet washcloth or something wet over your face
Right.
and hold it and run.
Yeah. Yeah. They always said, what they say? stop, drop, and roll. I guess that was if you were on fire, though.
If you're
I
on fire,
remember
but
being a little kid and a firefighter was coming in and teaching us, like, you have an exit plan at your house, have this, that, the other. Low,
yeah,
low, low, and go, go,
they
go.
still teach it, but that's where the chemicals are because the chemicals are heavier than air,
That's
and
what
then
I remember, Shoonie. Stop, drop, and roll. Yep. But I guess that's if you're on fire, though, right? Stop, drop, and roll if you're on fire.
that's if you're on fire. You stop, drop because
Mhm.
running can actually make it. It'll fan the flames and make them get higher.
Yeah. Low, 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 and go, go, go. Oh my God.
First thing they tell you to do is get like anything and stuff it under the door and try to steal the cracks and stuff.
Right.
The smoke can't get in, and then you try to get out through a window or whatever.
Right. Right.
You have to open a door. You check it for heat first. And
No, because like it would do like a backdraft.
yeah, but you check it for heat first, and you check for the smoke underneath it before you open it. Because if it's hot, you're not going to open it. There's fire behind it, and that gust of fresh air will just freaking, you're done.
That is fucking crazy, man.
It's I'd never want to live through anything like that.
No, me neither. I
I
just
did run into a burning
imagine.
house once.
I just feel so bad for everyone in California that's going through that, and that is so scary.
I did run into a burning house once, and it was bad, but it wasn't as bad as what I could just step outside and be safe again, as opposed to stepping nowhere because you're surrounded by fire.
Right,
I've seen
right.
videos of this guy inside of his condo, and he's got these beautiful glass windows, but all around it you see this orange glow because it's fire everywhere. And he's like, I got nowhere to go. I can't leave. There's a ring of fire around my house, literally.
What? Are
The
you
guy put on,
serious?
oh yeah, he put it on Instagram. He had the phone going and he recorded every window in his house, and every one of them had fire in it. Every one of them.
This was just recently?
This was this afternoon.
Did his house burn? Did he burn?
I haven't seen anything else from him yet. I hope he's safe.
I know. Oh my gosh. That is
Yeah,
so. Oh my goodness.
saying cars were abandoned in the middle of the road. Yep.
I need to go freaking pray, man.
I know when the firemen are coming in with their trucks and stuff, they're just bulldozing right through them, running over whatever is in the way.
Oh my gosh.
They don't got time to try to move that stuff. They got to just get through it.
Right. Right. They had to get a bulldozer to move the cars out of the. Oh my goodness, Shuni. Oh, this is crazy. It's terrible. It's so tragic.
It is because I mean, even when they come back, it's going to be a disaster.
Right, exactly.
I
Like
mean,
you like losing everything, all those people. If a house doesn't have clean gutters, the embers light them up.
well, even if they hit the shingles, they're burning so hot that they'll catch the shingles on fire.
Wow.
I've heard that those embers are landing on cars and igniting them. That's how
This
hot they are.
he said this is the worst we've had. It sounds like it.
Well, if you look at the maps, the whole Southern California is like in
On
turmoil.
fire.
Yeah,
Hi,
it's
Wendy. It is so sad, Wendy. It's so sad. I just pray. I don't know. How are they going to get them to stop?
Tassie in Australia. They don't have shingles. What do you have? Ceramic or terracotta stuff. You guys are in summer there right now, right? I've got one friend in Australia, and they're with it. They have Christmas in summer.
Yeah. Oh, they have Christmas in the summer. Towels or tin, she said.
Yeah, we're kind of going to that too, Tassie. The metal roofs and stuff.
Hmm.
They have metal roofs that look like shingles and all kinds of stuff.
Wendy, you don't even know. When I get off here, I'm going up to my room and just praying. To talk to God, and I don't know.
That's one of the reasons why I was up is because I got friends that are in California that had to evacuate.
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe this.
It's a sad thing, and it's
It is so sad.
going to go on for years. It's going to take them a long time to recover from it.
Right, right.
I don't know. I don't know what history has been deleted either. Some of them houses up in Palisades are old.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm
They've been
sure.
they've been renovated and everything, but they've been there since Hollywood. You know.
Right. Oh, Shuni, I'm telling you, I'm getting off here in a couple minutes, and I'm going up to my room, and I'm just fucking having a one-on-one with God.
Oh no, really?
We have family in California. We haven't. Oh my goodness, Wendy.
I'm sure the cell towers and phone lines are probably down too. So
Are they in Southern California where the fires are, Wendy? Oh, Wendy. Pasadena had historical.
Pasadena, yeah,
Oh, I'm
that's what I was trying to
sure
say.
it did. Yeah.
I think I've been saying Palisades. I mean
Oh,
Pasadena.
Wendy. Oh God, I pray that they're okay, Wendy.
Palisades is in Jersey. I've been meaning to say Pasadena this whole time. Sorry.
Um, I just so the cell phone towers would burn down so they people couldn't call places, right?
Yeah, the cell lines have got to be down, and the landlines too. And
When your brother's house burned down, it was the family photos he missed. That's what they always say. What would you grab? And it's like, just
yeah,
family photos and shit. Yeah.
that's exactly what my friend and her boyfriend did. Is they grabbed as many family photos as they could, and they got out.
Mhm.
Those are things you can't replace. TV, furniture,
Yeah,
all that stuff
right.
can be
You
bought
can
again.
replace all that shit. You can't replace memories in
Can't
a
replace
like
them.
photos.
I actually got a lot of my family photos on Google. I've digitized
Mhm.
them and put them on, and
Oh, that's yeah, 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 yeah. Even like old time photos.
yeah, I have a scanner, and I scanned them all in, and
Yeah, that's
I've uploaded them
cool.
to the cloud. I have them on my phone and my tablet. So I
So
mean,
that you'll always have them.
yeah, I'm not going to lose them yet.
Right, right,
I still want my hard copies, but they'll do in a jam, you know.
right. I have
And
photos in a place near my front door for that reason. Do you really, Tassie? Oh, that's
they're make them there quick and grab.
really
Yeah,
smart. Yeah. Yep.
you can't get them back. You just can't.
Absolutely not. Nope.
But
Never.
having them on the cloud and having them digitized, when I got a hold of my niece, it was easy to share because I just had to send them to her.
Right,
I don't have to
right.
go digging or anything like that. It's like, hey, you want to see this? You want to see that? Here.
Does your brother have a relationship with her now or no?
Here's the. Me and my brother have issues
Oh,
because
okay.
he's got addiction problems and he's
Mm,
not the best person in the world either.
gotcha.
So I wasn't talking to him at the time.
Oh, okay.
I made the exception for her, and I got them in touch, and they talked for a couple of days, but he ruined it.
He ruined it.
He ruined it. Yeah, he couldn't. I guess she told me they got in contact years ago, and I didn't know anything about that.
Mm-hmm.
He did the same thing he did this time. He wants to blame her mother for everything.
Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's all her fault. She did this. She did that.
See, but
He won't,
you don't tell your daughter that.
he won't accept any blame.
Right.
And in the beginning, back then, she was the same way. So I'm sure she filled her head full of shit.
Right.
But over
Right.
the years, she said, my mother's told me the truth.
Right.
All right, and she says, we were young and we were stupid and we made a lot of mistakes and it
Right.
didn't work out.
Right.
All right, my brother did some really bad things and she did some really bad things.
Mm-hmm.
But for a long time, neither one of them would admit their own fault in it.
Right.
But
Right.
her
But
mother's the same.
that's pretty common in those situations, though. They don't. No one wants to admit fault.
They're in their 50s now. So,
Well, yeah. Well, yeah.
but my brother still has the mentality of an 18-year-old.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, he literally still has that mentality. All about
Wow.
me and what's my next this and How am I going to get my pee wet and all that stuff, you know? And I don't want to be vulgar, but that's what he is.
Yeah, really?
And
Wow.
I can't stand it. In fact, my disability right now, the fact that I'm having problems walking,
Mm-hmm.
tells me just get up and do something. Just get up and do this, and just get up and do. If I were you, I'd be finding ways to get work now. Well, I can't.
Wait, he says that to you?
That's one of the reasons why we're not talking again.
Oh my goodness. Like what you've been through? Seriously?
I literally had to tell him, look, if it was you in this position, you'd kill yourself.
Right.
Your pride and your whatever won't let you handle this.
Right.
Okay, I can barely handle it, and this was in the very beginning.
Right.
I can barely handle it. I'm barely keeping it together at this point. But to have you sit there and tell me that you would do this in my situation, you don't know.
Gina, it does. Yeah. Addiction, substance,
It definitely
growth.
does. You know, Gina, at one point, he was living here with me for free, and he kept promising he was going to do this and promising he was going to do that. And the second that things got hard for him, he took off.
Wow. So
And
he's
my
a
mother,
runner.
yeah, my mother and my father were having, or my stepfather were having some health issues, and it was to the point where I was at work and someone had to be here to help them, and nope, it's too hard. I'm out. I'm leaving.
Right. He just runs instead of trying to figure shit out.
Cassie, I think we might be on the same level. I could compete with you on that.
Wow.
I got stories about my brother, but yeah, it's bad.
Oh God, Wendy Lou. I'm so sorry. She has people in Los Angeles, Malibu, Palisades. Oh Jesus. I
Yeah,
just
the whole South. I mean, from the midpoint down, it's bad.
do they have like an aerial view of it on TikTok, like pictures?
They were showing weather maps and fire maps online at one point.
Wow.
Their CNN or whatever has got updates and stuff too. But I was looking up online, and they'll show you the evacuation zones and everything. And
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get off here. I think I want to go check this out, and I really do want to.
all right, you have a good rest of whatever night you have left, and
I know I'm gonna go have a
I really
one-on-one
enjoyed
with
meeting you and
God.
talking to you, and I appreciate you putting me up here.
Oh, of course, I enjoyed you so much, Danny. I hope you come back, or I hope you can go live and I can come over to your live, or when I'm live, you come back here.
I should get a notification. I don't know about your sister though. I'm not following her, so
Um, I'll send you her link. It's going to be
okay.
all girls, you know that.
Well, I might just hang out in the comment section and poke
Right,
fun.
yeah. No,
I'll
you
poke fun at
should come
everybody.
there, Danny. You're so cool and funny. And Nikki will be there and Creative
Actually,
Kid and I'll be there. But my sister will be making like pens and you stylus or brushes and but you can just be there to mess around and yeah, you're a good time.
it was nice to meet you too, Gina, and everybody, Wendy and Shuni.
Yeah, Shuni's gonna be at PJ's pajama party too. PJ's pajama party. PJ's PJ party tomorrow or tonight at 8 o'clock. Yeah, do you
Tonight,
want me to send you? You want me to send you the
yeah, oh,
her
definitely.
thing?
Like you said,
Okay, I
if,
will, Danny. I'll send you. I'll send you her thing.
if anything, I'll hang out in the comment sections and poke fun at everybody.
Heck
That's what
yeah, man! You
that's what
should.
I do.
It'll be great. There's usually only like just like 10 people in there or whatever but it's just but she'll play music and my sister's PJ's real funny. She's like real sweet and
Yeah, one of my
yeah.
favorite channels on here, I guess you call it, is that Gen X I was telling you about, Matt's Canary, and
Yeah,
she plays old school music all night. She takes requests. We
right,
talk about we talk about whatever bullshit comes up, and it's a
right.
good time. It's like a party. It's like old school party, you
Squirrel,
know.
a squirrel, Wendy.
Will help. Did you hear the story on that?
What?
Oh, I told it when I first came up. Uh, Scientology, anyone that is against them is a squirrel. So
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh,
they
yes, I did. Yes,
rather than call them rats or whatever, they call them squirrels. You know, they're less
squirrels, right. Yeah,
So
yes, I did hear when you said that.
I
Yeah.
was I was a moderator for a protester. So she's a squirrel. I'm a squirrel helper. And then
That's so funny. So you were you're are or were a moderator for a protester of Scientology.
yeah, I'm still her mod, but she's not really protesting right now for whatever
Right, right.
reasons. But yeah, that's how I got that
That's
picture.
Scientology is though fucking that's a whole nother
Oh,
fucking world.
they're so bad. That's another wormhole.
Oh, that's horrible.
They,
Horrible,
they,
horrible.
they're responsible for people's unaliving and everything.
I know.
Yeah,
It's
it's
bad.
bad.
But that's a whole nother stay because if we get talking about that, I'll be here
Oh yeah,
until 8 o'clock in the morning.
we could be on for days just
I
talking
know.
about this.
My dog actually went up and is laying. My one dog is laying in bed by herself, which she
It's like,
never goes to bed without me. She was like, "Fuck you, mom. I'm going to bed."
what's the problem here?
I just went in and looked for her. She wasn't in the living room. I'm like, "Where is she?" And I ran up the steps and she's laying in bed like, "Fuck you."
If you look in the green, it says just add squirrel. So I thought it was hysterical. I had to put it in there.
Just wait. We're
It
in the
says
green. It says what?
just add squirrel. Like hamburger helper, just add the hamburger.
Yeah, does it
So,
say that? I
yeah,
can't read it. Lasagna.
you'd probably have to zoom in on it, but it says
Yeah,
just add
right,
squirrel.
right. Yeah. I don't think I can though. Yeah. Oh, that's so funny.
Oh, I'm sorry. It says it right above squirrel helper, not in the green. Right above squirrel, it says just add
Oh,
squirrel.
just yeah. Okay, I was gonna say because in the green, I'm like I can see it says lasagna and then something style. Oh yeah, right above squirrel helper. Yeah, just that squirrel. That's funny.
Dog gives you that side eye. My dogs do the same thing. If they're not
Yeah.
getting what they want, if you break their routine, what the
Yeah,
hell's
give
wrong with
you the
you?
fucking side eye. That's what when I just went up and looked at her in bed, and she's like looking at me like, "Bitch, I don't know what you think you're doing. Yeah, get your ass up here."
I didn't think anyone else would find that squirrel helper thing funny. I can't believe how many people picked up on
Oh my god, it's so funny.
it.
That's great.
All right, guys. I'll
All
catch
right,
you.
it's Danny. I'll send you PJ's on my sister's link or whatever, so you can come fuck around with us tomorrow or tonight.
Yeah,
I wanted
definitely.
to say tomorrow night, but it's not tomorrow night. It's tonight.
It's later on today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god! And I got a freaking therapy and psychiatrist appointment today. Oh,
Judy, I'm probably gonna catch up on the fires too. I want to make sure my friends are safe.
I know that's what I want to go see. Shuni, be safe, girl. And Wendy, I hope that you talk to your loved ones, your friends or family, very soon. I hope that they're safe. And oh my gosh, I'm going
Yeah, my
to check these fires out, and I'm gonna just
yeah,
have a
my friends went
conversation with
north, but
God.
they're still in California, so I'm really worried about it.
I know. I'm sure you are. It's
Judy,
very
I'm worried about you
scary.
too now. I'll pray for you too.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm praying to. I know. I'm
Pray for
praying
you,
for
Wendy, your
everyone
family.
too.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Bye.